Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some of the stocks on the move today. I'm Paul Sweeney alongside Nora Melinda. We're joined by Bloomberg's Bailey Lipschultz. Bailey, what are you looking at today?
Yeah, I want to start with homebuilder Lennar, ticker LEN, right now down 2.6%, trading at the lowest level since mid-August. The stock is down more than 30% in the last 12 months. This comes after not only did they miss earnings on their third quarter results, but also the guidance for 4Q falling short of expectations. It's been a tough market for home builders. When you see a company, again, that missed the street estimates for 3Q, and then not only new orders, but deliveries also falling short for that guidance for the fourth quarter. That stock's under a bit of pressure, one of the worst performers in the S&P 500. We're also seeing a number of peers under pressure. It's a tough spot, tough market. Will the Fed cutting interest rates spark demand for new homes? Nora, I don't know. Maybe. I think that's the hope, but it certainly feels like it's a choppy space, and obviously you still deal with uncertainty around tariffs and the questions around the drivers for the Fed to cut interest rates and what that could ultimately mean for would-be home buyers.
Certainly a choppy market here for home builders, but if you do look at S15 Home, the index year to date, up 13% this year. So, I mean, it is a challenging home market, as you're pointing out, especially with the high rates, but it's interesting to see the green there on a year-to-date basis. What else are you keeping your eye on here, Bailey?
Yeah, talking about the green, let's look at a company, CoreWeave, ticker CRWV, one of the best performing IPOs of the year. The stock up more than 200% since pricing back in March. This is a company in the AI cloud computing space, partnered very closely with NVIDIA. This move comes after an analyst at Loop recommended the stock to investors, saying that the company remains a material, there's an underappreciation for how committed these hyperscalers are and kind of the hopes for AI and what this could ultimately mean. The analyst laying out that they see potential for material upside to consensus estimates. The thing that's interesting with CoreWeave is this is one of the most divisive stocks on Wall Street. 11 buys, 14 holds, 3 sells. So when you're seeing analysts coming out with kind of mixed views, a bull does kind of get a little bit of excitement going, but certainly this is a stock that is still down about $60 from its closing high back in June. So a lot of questions around the path forward for AI hyperscalers and companies that are playing in that computing space.
Absolutely. Up 217% so far this year. Any other stocks we're looking at?
Yeah, going to touch on Intuit, tax preparation. I don't know if you guys are doing your taxes yourself. Or
I got a guy.
You got a guy, exactly. I got a guy too.
For that.
So I'll pay up to not have to worry about it. Right. This is a company, ticker INTU, up about 2%. This comes after the company held an analyst day. The interesting thing, guys, the company was talking about 2030 goals of accelerating revenue growth to about 20%. That's a big move for this company. Analysts at Stifel basically saying, regardless if they reach that, quote, lofty goal, there's still a push to move further up market and what that could mean for the company, benefiting not only their revenue growth, but also their margin expansion. But again, a stock that is down from a July high about 14%. So choppy performance for Intuit there.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.